Bubble Sort in Java, Part 2. In the last video, we stepped through the algorithm for bubble sort. In this video, I'll show you one way to implement the bubble sort in Java. Here I am in REPL for Java. REPL is a website that makes it easier to run code on your browser. I'll start off by defining a main class and a main method. In Java, the main method is always the first thing that is called. I'm going to create another method called BubbleSort, which will take in an array of integers called L. Next, inside the BubbleSort method, I'm going to declare two integer variables. The first value is the endMark, which we'll set with an initial value of the length of our integer array minus 1. We subtract 1 because the index of an array starts with 0, not 1. The second variable is the key marker, which we will set with the initial value of 0. Here's a picture of the array values and their indices to show that arrays start at index value 0. You see here it starts at 0 and ends at 1 minus the number of elements in our array. So here we have 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last index is 4. Next, we define a loop that will run while our end marker does not reach the first element, which is 0. We will call this our main loop. Next, inside of our main loop, we will define another loop which will run while our key marker is less than the ending marker. On the inside of our inner loop, we will set a condition to check if the element to the right of our key element is less than our key element. Another way to look at it is that we will check whether our key element is greater than the element to its right. If this condition is true, we will swap the elements in the array. To swap the array values, I'm going to create a method called swap. This method takes 3 parameters: the array that we're working on and the indices that we are swapping. Here I call them left and right. Left and right. I'm using a temporary variable called temp so that I can move the element values around. For the inside loop, I'm going to swap our elements if we meet our condition. Also for the inside loop, we want to make sure that our key mark moves up by 1. We'll write the expression key mark equals key mark plus 1. That is, we're adding 1 to itself. Also, after every loop in which the key marker reaches the end marker, we should reset the key marker back to the starting position. So, whenever the inner loop is done, we should make key mark equals 0. When this inner loop is finished, we should also move the end marker to the left by subtracting 1 from itself. Alright, let's go back to the main function and make some example data that's not sorted. Let's also make a loop to print out our newly sorted data. Okay, let's see if our code worked. It worked. Well, so let's recap. Let's recap. First we created our main function, or our main method, and then we created our bubble sort method, and then we created two variables, the end mark and the key mark, until end mark reaches 1 or 0. Basically keep going until we reach when we reach this condition not being true anymore. And then we have our inner loop where key mark keeps going to the right until it reaches the end mark, and then we check whether our element to the right of our key marker is less than the key marker value itself. If it is, we swap, and then we move our key marker to the right, and then after this inner loop, we reset key marker, and we move our end marker to the left. That's it. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. Talk to you next time.